Okay, so for today's mini lesson, we're going to be discussing a theme found within the novel The Hate You Give. And this theme is the dangers of judging people without knowing the full story. So we're going to get right into it. So, this is a theme that's found throughout the novel with a couple of characters, including our own protagonist. And it is one that raises some questions and hopefully gets you as a reader to pause and reflect on your own experiences and how you perceive other people. So, some examples found in the novel, these are just a couple. Obviously, Officer Brian Cruz judged Khalil and shot him, and then Judge Starr threatened to shoot her. And so he felt threatened for reasons perhaps race, perhaps it was the neighborhood he was in. He just assumed things about Khalil and Starr without knowing the full truth, without trying to learn the full truth. Ended up shooting Khalil, and then he threatened to shoot Starr and kept his gun on her until other law enforcement showed up. Another example is Starr. She judges Khalil's mom for being a drug addict who was never there for him in the first place. And when she finally does show up, it's after Khalil is dead and his mom is sobbing because they killed her son. And Starr at first is upset because, what gives his mom the right to suddenly be upset for him when she was never there for him? And Star's mom very quickly reprimands her and says she doesn't get to judge people just because they seem to have done something wrong. And teaches Star a very quick lesson that she, in the end, has to end up teaching to other people throughout the novel. And then, of course, the biggest experience, the one that we'll be focusing on today, is many characters in the novel, including Haley, multiple police officers, the media, and even Uncle Carlos at one point, calling Khalil a drug dealer and gangbanger, and then implying that maybe excuses, what was done to him, or makes it okay what was done to him. And so we're going to be looking at this theme in detail. So I have some quotes from the novel in which characters assume that Khalil was a drug dealer and a thug, that he was involved with gangs, even though they didn't really have any evidence to back it up. They were just assuming things based on his gender, his race, and his circumstances where he lived with Garden Heights. So the first one is an interaction between Uncle Carlos and Star's father. Uncle Carlos says, "I heard he was a drug dealer," says Uncle Carlos. "And that makes it okay?" Daddy asks. "I didn't say it did, but it could explain Brian's decision if he felt threatened." So again, Uncle Carlos doesn't have any proof that Khalil was a drug dealer, but he's assuming something, he's basing it off rumors, and maybe rationalizing, his death because of his supposed role as a drug dealer. Another instance is when the police interrogate Starr about the possibility of Khalil being a drug dealer and gangbanger. She goes in to talk about, the incident in which Khalil was shot, and then they transition and try to pin Khalil as a drug dealer and ask her about his drug habits and his involvement with gangs, and try to kind of twist it. They're just assuming things about him without having any real proof. Another instance with the character Haley, she says, "I mean, it's kind of messed up that we're protesting a drug dealer's death. If he was a drug dealer," Haley says, "that explains why." And then, leaves the sentence to be finished, but she implies that it explains why he was shot, almost as if like he had it coming because he was a drug dealer. And then lastly, this is a report from a news station. It says, there are multiple reports that a gun was found in the car, the anchor claims. There is also suspicion that the victim was a drug dealer as well as a gang member. Again, suspicion, no hard facts. They're basing all of this off of rumors, and they're using it to rationalize his death, which is our next slide that's focusing on the danger of rationalizing his death. I've got quotes. The first one is from Uncle Carlos. When he kind of realizes he was wrong, he says, "Even if he was a drug dealer, I knew that boy. Watched him grow up with you. He was more than any bad decision he made," Uncle Carlos says. "I hate that I let myself fall into that mindset of trying to rationalize his death. At the end of the day, you don't kill someone for opening a car door. If you do, you shouldn't be a cop." So Uncle Carlos recognizes his fault here, and he tries to make it right by acknowledging this and working to be better and to not, blame the victim in this case. Next quote, "I don't understand how everyone can make it seem like it's okay he got killed if he was a drug dealer and a gangbanger. It seems like they always talk about what he may have said, what he may have done, what he may not have done. I didn't know a person could be charged in his own death. And of course, this is Star when she's doing the interview on television, talking again. People make it seem like, oh, well, he was a gangbanger and a drug dealer, so it's okay that he died, when really it's not. Again, from Haley, he was a drug dealer and a gangbanger, Haley says. Somebody was going to kill him eventually. The cop probably did everyone a favor. One less drug dealer on the... And then, of course, it cuts out because Star punches her because Haley was being very crude and very insensitive to the issue, and again, rationalizing his death. And then lastly, this is Star again. I saw the bullets rip through him. I sat there in the street as he took his last breath. I've had to listen to people try to make it seem like it's okay he was murdered, as if he deserved it, but he didn't deserve to die, and I didn't do anything to deserve seeing that shit. So again, Star has had to cope with so many people making it seem like because he was a potential drug dealer and because he was a gangbanger and a thug or anything else, that he deserved to die, that he had it coming, that it's a good thing that he died, or that it was even okay that he died. No one ever takes a step back and looks at, regardless of what this boy may or may not have done, he was still murdered in cold blood by a police officer who had no real reason to kill him. People overlook this and they victim blame. And so with this theme of, the dangers of judging a person without knowing the full story, in this case, that danger was, a person was killed because they were judged without the full story being known. And so we're really trying to drive home this idea of, you need to know the full story before you judge someone. And so as we read in the novel, it's revealed that while Khalil was never in a gang, he was selling drugs. And Devontae explains, look, his mama stole some shit from King. King wanted her dead. Khalil found out and started selling to pay the debt. Okay, so he was just doing it to protect his mom and to keep King, who was the biggest gang and drug lord in Garden Heights, off his back and away from his family. And Star's father reminds her that unless you're in his shoes, don't judge him. So again, this drives home the theme that you cannot judge a person if you don't know their full story. And even if you do know their full story, you still don't have a right to judge them. You need to understand people. Take your time to walk in their shoes and to understand where they're coming from. And you can never make assumptions about people. You need to have the full facts first. So that is a big theme that is being conveyed in this novel that I hope you are able to, take to heart and apply to your own lives in any day situation that you have. And so with this theme, I want you to do 2 discussion questions. These will be due the next class period. First one, when was a time when someone assumed something about you without knowing your full story? How did it make you feel? What did you learn from this experience? And then, when was a time when you assumed something about someone else and realized you were wrong? What did you learn from this experience? Did it change your perspective, and how? So these are 2 questions I want you to really ponder about and think about. Take some time to answer them. You'll bring these discussion questions to class and we'll talk about it in small partners first, and then we'll share as a class. But I really want you to think about this theme and this idea of not judging people, of taking a moment to walk in their shoes, giving them the benefit of the doubt and not assuming the worst and not victim blaming. And these are all really big issues that the novel addresses. Awesome. That is all I have for this presentation, so thank you very much.